Dear friends, today we will discuss Schroeder-Bernstein theorem, and the reference for this theorem is a foundation course in mathematics written by Ajit Kumar, S. Kumaran and Bhava Kumar Sharma. Okay. The motivation of Schroeder-Bernstein theorem is that it is difficult many times to construct bijective map between two sets. But using this theorem, one can easily construct a bijection map between two sets. Okay, so that is the motivation behind Schroeder-Bernstein theorem. Okay, so let us take two sets x and y. We say that the cardinality of x and y is same if either both the set is empty set or there exists a bijection. There is a bijection between the two sets x and y. Intuitively, if there exists a bijection between x and y, we can say that the number of elements inside x is same as the number of elements inside y. Okay. For example, the set of natural numbers and the set of all even integers has the same cardinality, because you can easily construct a bijective map between them, that is x goes to yx. Okay. Since there is a bijective map between n and 2n, so intuitively we can say that the set of natural numbers has same number of elements with the set of even integers. Okay, now we consider another example. We consider the set of natural numbers and the set of natural numbers union 0 element. Again, we can construct a bijective map between these two sets by the function x goes to x minus 1. Okay, so 1 goes to 0, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 2 and so on. Okay, so we can say intuitively that the number of elements in natural numbers is same as if we add one extra element in the set of natural numbers. Now we consider another example. We consider the set of all integers. Okay, we can consider the set of all integers as a union of three disjoint sets, that is all negative integers, okay, union 0 element, union set of all positive integers. Okay, now using the idea of the example 1 and example 2, one can easily show that the cardinality of set of integers is same as the cardinality of set of natural numbers. That is, one can easily construct a bijective map between set of integers and set of natural numbers. There exists a bijective map. Okay, now we state the statement of Schroeder-Bernstein theorem. Let x and y be two sets. Assume that assume that there exist injective maps f from x to y and g from y to x, then there exists a bijective map h from x to y. So if there exists injective map f from x to y and another injective map g from y to x, then one can construct a bijective map from x to y. So that is, if we construct two injective maps, one is from x to y and another is from y to x, then by this theorem we can say that the cardinality of the set x and the cardinality of the set y are same. To prove this theorem, we need to recall one lemma. So a lemma. Let capital F be a map from the power set of x to power set of x. If f is increasing, if f is increasing, then f has a fixed point. Has a fixed point. Here we use two terms. One is f is increasing and another is f has fixed point. So first we explain these two terms. Okay. By the words f is increasing, we mean that if A is a subset of B, implies if A is a subset of FB. If A is a subset of B implies if A is a subset of FB, then we say f is increasing. Okay, so the meaning of f is increasing is if A is a subset of B implies f of A is a subset of FB. Okay, now we explain the term fixed point. So here f has a fixed point means f has a fixed point means there exists a subset S of x such that f of S equal to S. So here S is the fixed point. So the meaning of f has a fixed point is that there exists a subset S of x such that f of S equal to S. Okay. So the statement of the lemma is if f is a set map from px to px and if f is increasing, then f has a fixed point. Okay, we have to prove this result. So proof. So let us construct a class of sets. So let script C denotes the following sets. We take all subset of X such that C is a subset of FC. Okay. So script C is the collection of all subset of X such that C is subset of FC. Okay. Actually, this is Px and so this is the map F. So C is a point here. C is a subset of X and FC is a point here. So FC is a point in Px, that is FC is a subset of X. Okay. So we consider those C such that C is a subset of FC, because C and FC both are subset of X. If C is subset of FC, then we consider those C in the collection of script C. Okay. Our claim is that this script C is non-empty. Okay. We know that empty set is subset of any set. Empty set is subset of any set. Okay. So empty set is a member of Px. Okay. So since F is a map from Px to Px, so F of empty set is a member of Px. Since F of empty set is a member of Px, so this is a subset of X. So F of empty set is a subset of X and empty set is subset of any set. So empty set is also a subset of F of empty set. Okay. So this implies is empty set belongs to the collection script C. This implies is empty set belongs to the collection script C. Okay. Okay. So this collection script C is non-empty collection. Okay. We have seen that this collection is non-empty collection. Now we consider a set S. Now we consider a set S. S is the union of all members in script C. Now our claim is S is the fixed point of the map F. This is our claim that F of S equal to S. Since this collection is non-empty, so let us take one member from this set. So let us take one member from this collection. Okay. So then C is subset of FC by definition of script C. Again, S is the union of all members inside script C. Okay. So we can say that any member is a subset of S. Again, given that F is increasing map and C is subset of S, so FC is subset of Fs. Okay, C is subset of FC and FC is subset of Fs. So combining these two, we can write C is subset of Fs. Now C is subset of Fs. This implies a union of all those C, where C belongs to script C, is subset of union of Fs. So this implies this union is nothing but S, and this is nothing but Fs. So we prove that S is a subset of Fs. Okay. So we proved that S is subset of Fs. Again, since F is an increasing map, so we can write F of S is a subset of F of Fs. So this set is subset of F of this set. Okay. So by definition of script C, Fs belongs to script C. Now S is union of all members of script C, and Fs is a member of script C. So we can write Fs is subset of S, because S is union of all members in script C and Fs is a member in script C. Okay, so obviously Fs is subset of S. So combining these two cases, that S is subset of Fs and Fs is subset of S, we can conclude that S is same as F of S. Okay. So if F is a set map from Px to Px, that is power set of X to power set of X. So F is a set map from power set of X to power set of X. And if F is increasing, that is if A subset of B implies it is F of A subset of FB, then F has a fixed point. Okay, and this completes the proof. Okay, so this result help us to prove Soder-Bernstein theorem. We will continue our discussion in our next video. Thank you.